until it switches over. Mm. Mm. Okay, so one of the things I told y'all I would show y'all for Christmas, even though I'm finishing this tutorial in a minute, was my sister gave me this wonderful, I think it's called Le Pliage, but it's a Longchamp. And this is the small or medium. I can't remember. But anyway, y'all might know. But anyway, it's got it in hot pink, and I love it. It's so fun. This little flap gets in the way sometimes, but it's what has the little pony on it, so you want it there. But, like, when you open it and unzip it, I kind of like that you can just unzip it and it's open. But sometimes this flap gets in the way when I'm trying to get down in there, and it doesn't flip back really good. But anyway, it's totally lined on the inside, so you can take this even to the beach. And it's just wide open. There is no pockets at all. It's just wide open. Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. There's one little bitty pocket right there. It's got my husband's credit card in it, which means I need to return that part. Okay. Also, I wanted to tell y'all that I had gotten this before I showed it to you. It was part of my haul. It's the Kiss Brush Straightener. And it basically is a curling iron with a brush on it, and I'm going to be returning this. I don't like it at all. I thought that it might be good for, like, you know, brushing your hair through and kind of giving it shape, and maybe it's because my hair is fine, thin, and dry. Maybe if you had thicker hair and you had curly hair and you used this, it would be like using a straightener. But you always have to touch it to kind of pull the hair through, and these are hot. I mean, this is like a regular curling iron that goes up to, I think, 400 degrees. I can't remember. I like the controls on the side and everything. It's very, very pretty. But it's not working for me, and I'm going to take it back and tell them, because they said, you can bring it back if it doesn't work. I'm like, I think I'll do that. Alright, so anyway, what did I want to do here? Well, for one thing, I wanted to use a pencil brush to get a little of this, the platinum color on this, this beautiful little palette from Profusion. I'm going to use a little pencil brush to kind of get the inner tear duct and right under the brow with a little of this platinum color, which is right there. And I also need another pencil brush. What do we got? What do we got? No, that's good. Will that work? No. You know what? I gotta tell you, my Sigma brushes are always my buddies. Maybe I'll try this. I'm going to use some of the black, which is called Nightlife. And I'm going to roll it because this is a dome brush, which is not what you would use at all. You would use a pencil brush here. But I'm going to do this outer color with the black and also maybe a little in the crease and roll this because I'm really wanting to get some darkness out here. And if I had a pencil brush, I could have made that much more precise, but that'll work. So we've taken this cashmere color right here, which is almost a dusty purple. We've also used it in the crease and also under the lash line, and then also under the lash line on the inside we used Heavy Metal, and we used Whip for highlighter and Platinum for the lid and inner corner. And now, so the only thing we haven't used is Weep and Cheers and the Dazzle highlighter. Oh, and we're fixing to use the blush. So there's that. This black almost seems to me to have a green undertone, which I kind of like, actually. You know, I'm going to twirl that around right back in here. And whenever you twirl it around, do you see how it just dropped color? There. There. I think that's more the look I was going for. So I'm kind of wishing that I would have had a couple of pencil brushes, because I feel like, I have to smooth out my makeup there. I feel like that this Heavy Metal green is a little too prominent, and I wanted to have that purple under it. But we don't know what that is. Okay. But anyway, so this is the palette. It's turned out to be really good. So one thing that I'm going to do is use this kind of more pink toned, it's called Breathtaking blush. And I'm just going to load the brush and tap it off. See how this goes. Do the tipples. How'd it do? Do y'all think it did good? I kind of like it. I'm barely loading the brush. If you're wondering why does she need to load it so many times, because I'm like kind of touching the palette, but that's all. Let's get up there in the hairline real good. Maybe round out in the temple. I do a quick brush down the nose, on the bottom of the nose, because y'all know, Let's get underneath here real good. And that's just because I'm trying to cause this kind of fanny area under here to not be so prominent. Get the tip end of the... Whoa, that was a little too much color to drop. Sometimes just use your hand to blend away. Alright, I'm going to cut in and down. And do it all down. Under your ear. I feel like we could use a little more pink on the front of the apple there. Up. And up there. Did I overblush? I don't know. The bloom color is almost like a contour. It's got a little more brown to it, but that's okay, especially in the summer months. So what would I say overall about this palette then? Y'all, this palette was $4.99. It says TJ Maxx. Sorry, I said Home Goods. I think our Home Goods and TJ Maxx are kind of connected, and this is in the makeup section. But this is called Metallized Heavy Metal Collection from Profusion. And I think the reason it ended up for $4.99, but it says compare it's $7, so it wasn't much more than that. For one thing, it's also got a full mirror, which I like to use when I'm putting makeup on. I think I did use it, yeah. The colors are great. They're not poorly pigmented. They're not the best, like, you know, a $50 palette might be, or more. But I feel like they did a good job. I haven't even blended or anything yet, and I feel like it really is some pretty colors. And I haven't even blended, haven't worked on it at all. I think I do feel we need to blend a little here, though. Where is that? Here it is. I'll use a fluffy because I don't have a blender, but this is not getting anything, but maybe a little highlighter on it, which would be good to kind of blend this edge out. Just so I don't have such a line, where the colors meet, I'd like a little better transition. Here, this up under the eyes. I didn't put on concealer, and it's very noticeable. Okay, I do like this brush. This is one of the IT Cosmetics ones. It's Chic Eyeshadow, and this was not part of the Sparkly collection. It was the other one that had the pink, clearish bottoms. And I don't know that it had a name, but here's the difference. If you want to see the difference. See how that one's kind of pink and clearish, and this one is sparkly. That was part of the limited edition. They may have both been. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. It's a blender. These are both fluffy. See how they're identical, except for their packaging. And I do like them a lot. I always like fluffies, but what there was a lack of, I also have to always have a smudger, and this is part of that Sparkly collection. And they also had a crease brush, which is good, but there's no pencil brush. And you know, I've always said you have to have one. I needed one today. I needed it. Yep, and it wasn't there. I could just cry. Alright, so now I'm going to do my lashes. And there is no better than Charlotte Tilbury's eyelash curler. That is such a long piece of metal that when I just clamped down, it got all the way out to the end of my eye. Sometimes it doesn't get all your hairs, and so what will happen is they get crimped. Instead of getting curled, they get bent, and so it looks terrible. And this can happen even when you are at home under supervision. I'm being funny there. Maybe not, huh? Anyway, we were talking in the other video about I've had some friends going through some tough times, and I just want to say that while we act happy and everything here on YouTube, some people I think even invent drama. Like, I don't know if they're told you're always too happy, it's not real enough if you can't evoke emotion, and that will cause people, you know, it's almost like clickbait, but it will cause people also to stay on the video longer, and so we can get more ads in. I don't know if that's what they say, but I feel like that's a part of it. And what I would say to that is, don't ever fake your emotions. We can read that in a heartbeat. Don't fake emotions. There's enough real stuff going on in this world. Even I think there may be coaching that even if you have a real emotion, share it so you'll appear more genuine. And here's the thing. You'd never know the difference on that one because maybe they are sharing some real pain of a breakup or some secret that they say, I'm sharing the secret for the first time, and that's the title, and that's like clickbait. And meaning they are using that just to get you to listen. Now, one thing I'll say, if you really feel like you have an important message for somebody, maybe that is why you do it that way, that you feel people need to know about this particular struggle so that they won't feel like they're the only one going through it. But can I tell you something even about that, just having lived maybe a little longer since I'm older? Not that I know everything, but just because you've lived longer, you learn stuff as you go. I certainly hope so. Everybody's going through something that nobody else knows about. Everybody. Even if you're an open book, there's always something hidden. And it can be anything from something super duper serious, like you were molested as a child, or just something you feel is very, very intimate and serious to discuss, but you feel like you might want to let other people know in case they feel that no one understands. Well, lots of people have been through that. That's the sad thing of all, that you're not the only one. And I'm not sure that helps to know that other people have been where you are, you're not the only one. Sometimes it is because you feel bullied, if you feel really singled out about something. But here's the thing that really helps. Knowing that there is someone there at all times, and that's Jesus Christ. I'm going to tell you, it's one thing to say, I'm your friend and I'll be there for you. Well, you can't always be there for someone. It's good to try to be there for friends, but there is only one that can be there 24/7. And it's very hard to say that to someone if you don't have a relationship with them, so it's important to build a relationship. That's why I do feel like I'm trying to build a relationship with y'all. And if you think, well, yeah, she's trying to make sure we know about Jesus.